caught up with Call of Duty. We are at Modern Warfare 2, 2022. So, Modern Warfare 22, I'm going to call it for now. But just to hyphenate it and make it easier. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and talk about this game. So, I do want to say before we get into the story that I do feel like this is better in certain aspects to the original Modern Warfare 2, but at the same time it's got some stuff that the original one had better. So let's go ahead. Also with this, we are going to talk about Warzone for multiplayer. We're not going to talk about literal multiplayer, but Warzone. But let's talk about the campaign and the gameplay first. So this picks up a few years after Modern Warfare, and Price has his team of Task Force 141 put together, which is him, Gaz, Ghost, and Soap. So for our first mission, we get to see Soap and Ghost try to find this person named Hassan, who has some missiles that were stolen from the U.S. So their whole task is to try to track down Hassan and figure out where it's at. And Hassan kind of ends up being like a very slippery person because he keeps getting away. But they do find out that he is hiding with the cartel in Mexico. I'm not going to do a mission by mission just because there are actually 17 missions in this game, which is a lot to cover, even though some missions are like 5 minutes long, but some missions are 40. I will talk about highlights that I really did enjoy. But yeah, so with that, we have them chasing after Hassan. We also have Price and Gaz trying to find these missiles as well, and taking out Hassan as well, but they're doing it on a different front. So with that, we get to have a mission where they do contact Mexican Special Forces, who are sent to try to find Hassan against the cartel in Los Alamos. They end up hopping the border, or Hassan ends up hopping the border, where you play as a character named Alejandro in this game. You hop the border with Alejandro, which you play as his like secondary. I forgot what they're called, but yeah, you play as him as Alejandro's not a playable character. I mixed that up. I'm sorry. But as that happens, you guys chase after Hassan through houses and everything, and Hassan ends up basically leaving you for dead and getting away again. So this whole game, Hassan gets away till the end. The missiles aren't found till the end. But yeah, as you're trying to chase after Hassan, as Alejandro's squad, Ghost and Soap, go to back up Alejandro and help him out, and they find their way to getting in with the cartel. With this, we are also introduced to Shadow Company, which is a group of mercenaries hired by General Shepard. You see where this is going. And they're there to help you. They're led by a character named Graves. With that, Price and Gaz are in the Middle East area, trying to Almaraz, actually, yes, so vaguely Middle East area, where they are trying to infiltrate a base that has, actually, I believe the base is not in Almaraz. I think the base is actually in Mexico or some undisclosed location, where they find 2 of the containers with the missiles, but the missiles disappeared. Again, that mission was very fun because it's a sniper mission and then also a infiltration mission where you're playing as Gaz. But their handler, Laswell, gets caught by Alcatraz, which ends up with them going and chasing after them with Farah from the last game and getting Laswell back. So at that time, Soap and Ghost finally find the head of their cartel, known as the Nameless One, which is El Sin Nombre. But yeah, they find out that it's this girl that used to work with Alejandro, named Valeria, And when that happens, they go and find where the two missiles are, which is in the Gulf of Mexico in some oil rigs. And then they are betrayed by Shadow Company. As if we didn't see that coming. We also find out, after saving Laswell, why Shadow Company betrayed us. And it's because there was a mission that was off the books and highly illegal about 5 years ago that Shadow Company was involved in, about 3 missiles that were stolen by Russian soldiers, Russian loyalists. So it turns out that these 3 missiles are the ones that were stolen. But yeah, so anyways, Shadow Company betrayed Soap and Ghost. Soap is injured, and you have to play the standout mission of the game alone, where you play as Soap, you interact with Ghost and sneak around, and basically try to kind of build yourself up from having nothing to being able to have a gun, to having a better gun, to getting away. With that, you decide that you need to go and save Alejandro, as well as contact Valeria, which Valeria was taken away anyways. But you go and save Alejandro, only to be saved by Price and have the best callback ever. You're playing as Soap, and Price yells at you, "Get up, Sergeant! We are leaving!" In the exact same way of the first Modern Warfare 2. Or Modern Warfare. So you guys get out of there, and you decide to take back the Mexican Special Forces base. And that's where Valeria is. So you have to kill Graves, and take out, and find out where the last missile is from Valeria. So you guys go, and it's a split mission, so you play half of it as Gaz, the other half as Soap. And as Soap, you are with Alejandro II. You guys take out the tank that Graves is in, allegedly. And, yes, I know the spoiler from Modern Warfare 3. He wasn't in that tank. Somehow Palpatine survived. Somehow Alex survived. But, yeah. And, as Gaz, you guys free and save Valeria, where she reveals that the last missile is in Chicago. So this one you play as Soap the whole way through on this final mission. You go through one of the towers, not the Sears Tower, not the John Hancock building, but one of the, I think it's actually a fake tower. You go through and find Hassan and find the missile controls after the missile was launched, and disengage the missile. And then at the end it switches to Ghost as Soap is getting attacked by Hassan, and you snipe Hassan, ending him, and ending the story. We then get a scene of the team hanging out at a bar, where they're brought up about their next target, which is the person that provided the missiles to Hassan, some random guy named Makarov. I don't know why. I mean, it's not like they had, 2 whole games last 10 years that were about Makarov. But yeah, Makarov is supposed to be the main villain of Modern Warfare 3, which we'll be reviewing next week. But yeah, so they reveal that, and then we also get a little tease to No Russian. So with that, let's talk about the gameplay. The gameplay is basically the same as it was for Modern Warfare and Vanguard. Nothing's changed too much. You get the ADS lock when reloading, which is something that I'll always complain about. But also you get to use mounting cover and stuff like that, which I love. For this story mode, for whatever reason, you do get a lot of less ammunition. I found myself switching to enemy guns constantly just from running out of ammunition pretty quick. And I am a very conservative person when it comes to ammo, thanks to zombies, but I was constantly running out of ammo. With that too, there is not a lot of kill streak. Like, play in the story, which I find very interesting. I mean, we do get the of course, the drone mission stuff, and we do get like stuff like that. But yeah, there's not a lot in this game. This game also really focused on characters over story, which I thought was great. That's the one thing that I think they did a lot better than the original Modern Warfare trilogy, is these characters you actually kind of grow attached to and care about. I mean, back then, yes, people got attached to like characters like Price and Soap and Ghosts, but like you get so much more interactions and stuff in this where they feel like actual people in this hopefully trilogy, in these two games at least. Price, Soap, Ghost, Gaz feel like actual people. In the original ones, they not so much. But with that, the original Modern Warfare trilogy felt more like heavy. Missions were longer. It felt like an actual war. This one just feels kind of like Black Ops, and not the Black Ops game, but it feels like you're doing Black Ops missions. And then, like I said, there's some missions that are like 5 minutes. There's some missions that are 45 minutes. I felt like the original Modern Warfare trilogy had consistent level building, while this one, while it was focusing on story, it did treat where like maybe 2 missions should have been the same thing and just with a cutscene in the middle of it, but no, they would treat them as separate missions. But yeah, with that, Warzone. So Warzone is basically Call of Duty's response to Fortnite. So this is a battle royale sort of thing. I actually have a solid team that I usually played with. I'm going to have to restart soon just because I've been focusing on all the stories. But yeah, basically you drop in with your team, or without your team, and kind of build yourself up from just a pistol to whatever you need that you find on the ground. You could drive around. It's a huge map that increasingly gets smaller until you are done. Usually has about 100 people on the map at once. That leads down to 1. I adore Warzone. I think it's very fun, very addictive. The only thing that I don't like about Battle Royale games is the non-respawn. Because then if you die right away and you want to wait for somebody to try to hopefully buy you back in, you're sitting around doing nothing. But if you get good enough, you're good. I'm not going to talk about all the different seasons because I only really played the boys season and that was it. But yeah, it was still a fun and enjoyable time. So Modern Warfare 22 is going to go ahead and get a 9 out of 10. I think it's probably some of the most fun I've had in a Call of Duty game since maybe World War II. But yeah, I just thought it was a fun story and I loved the characters. So I'm going to give it that. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Be sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, ring that bell, and follow me on all the social media down below. It's that Nerd Ryan, signing off.